Well, good morning. My name is State Representative Ryan Spain. I represent the 73rd District in the Illinois House. It has been 1 week now since the ComEd 4 verdict was delivered, and here we are again. And the reason we're here again is to emphasize the need for ethics reform in the state of Illinois, and specifically to ask the question, where are the Democratic leaders in the General Assembly and in our state government, and what are they doing on the topics of ethics reform? I just listened to remarks from the governor upstairs talking about the legislative process and how it works, and that there are committees that could be doing work on issues for cleaning up corruption in our state government. Many of us serve on one of those very committees, the Ethics and Elections Committee in the Illinois House. Luckily, we had a hearing yesterday in the Ethics and Elections Committee that I was looking forward to, because I thought surely 1 week after the ComEd 4 verdict, and in anticipation of the Mike Madigan trial that we're coming upon in the next year, surely this will be the time, for the first time this spring, where we would begin to consider ethics initiatives in the Ethics and Elections Committee. What did we do in that committee yesterday? We took subject matter testimony on voting by jail, allowing convicted felons to vote while they're serving their sentence in prison. This is the Keep Mike Madigan voting program, essentially, that must be important as a priority for the Democratic leaders here in the General Assembly. Where are the leaders, and what are they doing on the topic of ethics reform in the state of Illinois? We have just over 1 week to go in session, and we are not doing anything on this key and critical topic, one of the most important topics at the most important time in the history of the state of Illinois. This is not something that should be conducted in the last second of the legislative session. This is not an area where Democrats should attempt to feign some interest in sunshine while negotiating an ethics package in the dark of night. We have seen what happens when Democrats take actions in dark rooms, delivering gerrymandered maps and political corruption. It has to stop. We cannot continue to have business as usual here in the state of Illinois. Again, it has been 1 week since the ComEd verdict. What has happened here in our state government? Today we saw that a former Democratic legislator left prison and is now working here as a lobbyist. That has happened in the last week. We've seen actions taken by Democratic leadership to expel one of their members from a leadership team for disruption, but there's no action taken for corruption. In fact, the Speaker of the House, it is worth reminding you, was the chairperson of the Special Investigating Committee looking into and examining the conduct of Mike Madigan while he was in office, and now Speaker Welch is the person who swept all of those allegations under the rug, made comments that the activities investigating Speaker Madigan were a stunt, were a political sham, and he promptly shut those investigations down. That's a conflict of interest. We see far too many conflicts of interest here, and we see far too little Democratic leaders stepping up and taking seriously the issue of public corruption that plagues our state of Illinois.